Hey, what's going on, guys? AARAVA here, and welcome to Race Week 1 of the F1 Fantasy game and the roundup after the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. If you don't know what I'm on about, last week F1 launched an F1 Fantasy web game, and I did a video on it, so check that out, annotation in the top right, and kind of get clued in. But basically, you make a fantasy team, and I made a league for it. A lot of you guys have joined, and so I'm going to be doing this roundup kind of before and after each Grand Prix of choosing my team and why I'm going to choose the team, or why I'm making any changes to it, basically, and then afterwards going through, see how I did, and then more importantly, see how you guys did. So it's a way for you guys to get involved quite actively with this series on this channel and kind of get highlighted for, picking a good prediction. Obviously, there's been plenty of wizardry in the past on my part, with, stuff with my driver or the last question mark challenge or whatnot. Let's see what kind of wizardry we can get up to. Certainly not this week, though, because, you can see here, this is my original team that I went for Azerbaijan. I can now change it for the Spanish Grand Prix, but this is what it was for Azerbaijan. Hulkenberg, great. Vettel, okay, decent. Magnussen, yeah. Alonso, pretty good. He was my turbo driver as well, so he did pretty well. Ricardo, good pick that. Good pick. Red Bull. I'm really happy I chose them. I'm really. What was my logic in last week's video for choosing Red Bull? I believe it was something along the lines of, if they pick a bold, aggressive strategy, they could do well. Yeah, didn't pan out so well. So clearly, I did very poorly. I think I can see the scores right now from Azerbaijan. No, this is my new team. Right, so I need to go to my team right now, and I believe now this will be. There we go. Right, so this is what I got. Hulkenberg got me -8. Obviously, he DNF'd out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Vettel got me a cool 22. Decent. Magnussen 12. All things considered, that's okay. Alonso, my turbo driver, 48. I think how the turbo driver works is it's just double of what he got. So he got 24 in the end. So that's pretty decent. Obviously, Alonso had a pretty mad race. In terms of actual raw position, he gained from P12 to P7, which was more than Vettel because Vettel went backwards. But Vettel also got pole position, which gets you points. So all in all, I think I made the right call actually on the turbo driver from the picks I had. Ricardo -3 and Red Bull 19, which is not too bad actually, considering they had a double DNF. Obviously, qualifying played into it, and they did pretty okay in that. So I got overall 90 points, which I have no gauge on if that was good or not until I clicked my league. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys tweeted me or Instagrammed me and said you had a very similar team to me. So I think a lot of us got screwed over at Azerbaijan. But some of you, probably the people who chose Hamilton or Perez, if they're your favorite drivers, or the nationality, if you're Mexican, if you're from Mexico and you watch my videos and you're in the league, you might have chosen Perez, or probably a good chance a number of you chose Hamilton and had him as a turbo driver or something like that, because a lot of you guys scored very, very highly. Before we get to that, little asterisks. At the moment, the F1 Fantasy website is very glitchy. I don't know what's going on. The numbers keep fluctuating. I do believe the pecking order is correct, so just a little asterisk. Hopefully they iron it out for the Spanish Grand Prix, but this is what my AARAVA YouTube League looks like right now, at least from my perspective. It might look different on your screen. So I'm going to go to the league. At the moment, here we go. AARAVA YouTube League, 90 points. Current rank, 7,412. Sorry? I got 90 points and I'm 7,412. First of all, thank you very much for that many of you joining my league. I'm sure there's a good number of you who have got the same points as me, or equal number of, or below, maybe worse than me, because I know some people who chose both Red Bull drivers and Red Bull as a team might have got lower than me. So for me to be 7,400 means there's a bloody lot of you in my league. So thank you for that, by the way, for so many of you legends joining this league. But let's go and have a look at what the top guys are. So I think it looks correct, because I recognize some of these names from when I checked before. So this is the top 100, literally 100. So Frost Racing's the last person here, 100, 202 points. You have to get 202 just to get in the top 100 in my league. I got 90. I did shit, man. I did shit. I did terrible in my own league. I'm actually really upset. For all the talk of me doing wizardry lately and just over the years, I did really shit. I did really bad. Right, okay. Let's go through the top 10 then. I don't know how the format's meant to be of this video. Let me know in the comments below how we should maybe do it. There's too many people to go through the top 100. I feel like the top 10 should have a nice spotlight on the video. So coming in at number 10 is going to be Next Time from Italy, 225 points. It's a man by Simeone, I'm going to say. He's Italian, so I'm going to guess that's how you pronounce it. If not, if I pronounce your name wrong, I apologize. If you've ever watched a live stream of mine or something like that, you know how bad I am with names. Ironic considering my name, but anyway. So he went with Vettel, Gasly, Raikkonen, Perez, Leclerc, and Ferrari. Pretty damn decent. Obviously, both Ferrari drivers would score well. Wow. There you go. I said it. Turbo driver, Perez. There you go. I'm guessing a lot of the winners, the top guys, must have had Perez, Raikkonen, or Hamilton as turbo drivers. Probably, maybe even Vettel could have got into there. But let's have a look at the list then. So Perez got 70, so he would have got 35 naturally. Turbo driver gives him 70 points. Ferrari a cool 55. Leclerc 26, pretty damn decent. Obviously Raikkonen 38. Gasly. Oh, that means definitely 100% the top, the number one and the top three have got to have Hamilton probably as the turbo driver. If Raikkonen got 38. If you imagine Hamilton getting I don't know, blessed 44, double that, 88, that would have been a madness. Gasly 14, yeah, it's all right, decent, and Vettel 22. So good stuff there for number 10. Number 10, number 9. So looks like a good thing. It hasn't changed the pecking order. So for now, I don't know about the points still, but the names are at least seeming to be the actual top 10 in this league. So thankfully for that, because I tried to record this video earlier and it kept swapping everyone's names. Someone at the top wasn't at the top anymore, and then they were, then they weren't. Very confusing, but it looks like it stayed the same. So it's going to be, I can't even pronounce that name, Chawan Racing, I think, from Britain, Vishal. It's going to be Listview and Hamilton 45. Wow. So I wasn't off. I said bless 44 as a joke. He got 45. Decent shout. But Vishal chose Carlos Sainz as turbo driver, so he got 52. Fair play, because obviously Sainz did very, very well, 5th place. And you would remember, quite rightly, I, at the last minute, swapped out Carlos Sainz for Hulkenberg. That panned out really well for me. K-Mag, 12, then Leclerc, Raikkonen, Ferrari. I can see a pattern. Definitely, if you chose Ferrari, had 2 of the podium guys there, you're doing pretty damn well. But Carlos Sainz, the turbo driver, decent shout there. That's number 9 from Vishal. Number 8 from Britain again is going to be Elmadio, I think, with 228 points then. Kenny from Britain. So we've got Leclerc, Magnussen, Sainz again, Raikkonen, Hamilton, Ferrari. Again, Sainz with the turbo. Okay. A lot of you guys, well, I say a lot of you guys, 2 of you so far, but I would assume maybe, a lot of you guys in the top 10 maybe have chosen Sainz or Hamilton or Raikkonen as turbo, but I'm surprised we've got 2 in a row now of Carlos Sainz's turbo, but very, very similar, lineup here, basically. Or actually, you know what? It's the exact same lineup. I didn't read that properly. I should have, this is what happens when I wait the entire day to record the video. By the time I get to recording the video, my brain is clearly too frazzled to actually function. I'm going to blame FOM and F1 on that. You should have fixed your website earlier when I was prime awake. So they're on the same points then. My bad. So I should have seen that because they're both P8. You know what? Let's just move on. P7. P7 is not, actually I've just realized that the entirety, there's a 5-way tie for number 2. So they're probably all going to have the same team. So we'll take that all in one swift swoop. But number 7 from Mexico. So see what I mean? I called it. Someone from Mexico is going to have probably picked Sergio Perez as their turbo driver. But it's going to be Osdect Racing Team Mexico. It's going to be Miguel from Mexico. So there we go. Perez, obviously, no-brainer. Why wouldn't you? Obviously, your home driver as turbo. Raikkonen, Magnussen, Sainz, Hamilton. The difference, though, so the difference here is Force India, and also Miguel got the entire podium, and also Carlos Sainz. So if he had swapped, he probably couldn't afford Vettel there, but that's so close to almost the entire top 5 then, and then Force India as the team. Okay, so as I said, next 5 are all people, sharing number 2. So I'm just going to click through their names, and then we're just going to see what team one of them has, because I'm assuming they all have the same team if they have the exact same points on round number 1. Obviously, it'll get a bit more complex when we just go to race week 2, but this being race week 1, the first week they launched F1 Fantasy, they're obviously probably going to have the same team. So we're going to go through all sharing number 2 is going to be J-Bear from Germany. That's going to be Bobby from Germany. Let's just have a look at the team. Alonso, Sainz, Magnussen, Perez, Hamilton, Ferrari. So he's got 2 of the podium. Perez with the turbo. Hamilton there, the race winner. Alonso did very well. Obviously, we know from my pick, he got 24. Did very decent at Grand Prix. Sainz as well. And then K-Mag. K-Mag a popular choice, it looks like. And then Ferrari as the team. I'm assuming that's the exact same team for everyone. Maybe I could be proved wrong. Maybe there's another mathematical way that they've got the same number of points. But that's Bobby from Germany. One of the people sharing number 2. We've got Combi from Britain. Same, obviously, sharing number 2. Does he have the same team? Yes, he does. Yes, he has the same team. Right, so they all have the same team, I think. So Charlie from Britain, sharing number 2. From Spain, we got Nazguls, F1. It's going to be Jose from Spain, same exact team. Obviously, now we've established that. I don't know why I keep saying that, honestly. France, we got Marco Racing. That's going to be Mark from Mark. Obviously, what? That just makes sense. Makes sense. Good logic on your name choice, sir. And then finally, the last person sharing number 2 is going to be OP Operators. Not so OP this week, though, are we, mate? From Britain, it's going to be Owen. And apparently, he has no previous team. Owen, are you hacking? I'm going to gloss over that. He's still there, so I just don't know why he doesn't have a team there. And then, number 1. Congratulations, good sir. For race week number 1, it's Dranzio from Britain. 2, 3, 4. 2 points. 2 points ahead of everyone else there. Number 2. Let's see what he is. It's Ewan at... Well, Ewan, I would like to say congratulations, but I don't know what your team is. What? I'm not re-recording this. I waited all day. I've had 4 different attempts of going onto the F1 website, booting up my recording stuff, getting ready to record this, and it's glitched on me. This is it. This is the last take of race week 1. Hopefully by race week 2, when we come to choose my team for the Spanish Grand Prix, it is not so glitchy. But Ewan... you are the winner of race week 1 at the moment. You're leading the way in the AARAVA YouTube League. Obviously, there's many thousands, apparently, because I came in, what was it, 7,000 something? Yeah, 7,400 I came in, so I don't know how many more people there are below me. Probably a good few, so I don't know. I have no way of seeing how many people are in my league. If any of you guys do know how many are in my league, if you joined late and you saw the number, let me know in the comments below. It'd be absolutely crazy if we had like over 10,000 of you in here. But yeah, if you aren't a part of the AARAVA YouTube League, get joined. Just search up on the public list, AARAVA YouTube League, and you should be able to join straight away. If you need the code and it comes up asking for the code, go back to last week's video. There'll be annotation in the top right. Well, there was previously in the video. I can't put the same one twice in the video, but go to that previous video when I first introduced this entire F1 Fantasy League series, and you can get the code there, or I'll put it in the description, actually, and you can join the league, and you could get featured just like the top 10 did here, and you can have your name read out. Although, at the moment, it'd be great to show Ewan's team, but I can't. So, there we go. Also, if you need a pick-me-up, I just want to show you the tragedy that is Nino's team, alright? I'm in a league with Nino, and Nino got -4. He got -4. I'm sorry, Nino. I'm sorry. This is payback for all the times you've roasted anyone on Twitter. Nino got -4. One better, another friend of mine, Mini Cheddars or Kieran, some of you guys might recognize that name from back in the day on F1 2012. He had this team. Oh my god. That I thought I was in pain at my choices. Kieran's choices. Wow. Right, so that's been it for this week in F1 Fantasy, the game. I will be back just before race week number 2 to go through what I'm doing with my team, my choices and whatnot. If you guys did enjoy this very first video in this series of race week 1 after the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content, and more importantly, as I said, get joined in my league, get involved, because if you do well enough, I mean, you have to play a bit of catch up now if you're this this late, 1 week late, but if you are good enough, you can make it into the top 10. You could have me mispronouncing your team name and your actual name on the video. Yeah, I don't know if that's something you want to aim for, then you could do. Also, you might also get featured if you're number 100 because you're at the bottom of the visible list, as Frost Racing saw. So yeah, that's been this video then, guys. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.